Okay, I'm gonna start streaming.
Okay.
You guys ready? Okay, 3, 2, 1, action.
And we're back. We are live here at the 2015 Chang Qi Cup. It is Saturday afternoon around 4:15. And we have breaking news. The second of the Chang Qi Cup semifinal games just ended. This was, give me the names. What was this? This was Tuojiaxi and Chojun. 6-hour game. And it was half point. Is that correct?
Yes.
Half point win for Tuojiaxi. So this is just in half point win for Tuojiaxi. He takes a 1-0 lead in a best of 3 for the semifinals. So the semifinals are shaping up. We have Tuojiaxi with a 1-0 lead, and Lian Xiao. These guys, I don't know if anyone was here earlier in the day. We looked at a new world ranking list. And surprise, surprise, these guys were number 6 and number 7 in the world. The others being 11 and 20 something. So these guys are top players. So now that those exciting games are over, I think we're going to turn to the amateur tournament. So amateur round 2 just started a little while ago. I think we have it up. Is that right? I think. Unfortunately, I think we might have some problem. We might have to look a little off camera, but I'll do my best.
Put that guy over there.
How many people we got watching? People tuning in? People coming over from KGS?
4 currently.
4 people.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah! All right, welcome. So this is what do we got? This board 1.
Mm-hmm.
So board 1. Okay, so this guy. Sojun Jung. So let's back up for those of you joining us who weren't here in the morning. We've got a 4-round AGA tournament, amateur only, and one of the strongest amateur fields that I've ever seen, rivaling the Go Congress, possibly even exceeding it if you talk about just the top 16. We've got a lot of the top players who are regulars, Bill Lin, Michael Chen, and others. We also have 3 Korean insei who came from Korea and are at the top of the field. I think they all won the first round, and no one really knows exactly how strong these guys are. So they might sweep it, but we will find out. Joining me, I'm Will Lockhart. Joining me is Jack Harper.
It would be Homer.
Jack Homer.
Yes.
Okay. Homer it is. And what are you now, like 2Q?
Yeah, 2Q.
Like
still somewhat of a beginner at the game.
This guy's been rocketing up the ranks since I played him. He was like a 9Q, and then the next time I saw him, he was like 3. He's just powering up. So what do we got here? Do we have the
doing this totally digital, or are we going onto the board at all?
That's for us to decide. So this is one of the Korean insei, the one rumored to be the strongest, and as white, and his opponent Kim Sun-woo. Oh, okay, wow, we've got a Korean insei showdown here.
Yep.
This is board 1, round 2 Korean insei showdown. So both of these players are pretty. So I guess we're gonna play this game. All right. So do you want to be
I'll be
Korean insei or another Korean insei?
I'll be the Korean insei.
Okay,
for sure.
Good choice. Okay, so black Kim Sun-woo and white Seo-jun Jung. So here we are. So are we switching the feed to be able to see the board?
Yeah. Are we on? Or
are we gonna play it to live first? All right, let's catch up to the live. Let's replay this game.
All right.
Ooh, wide Shamari. All right.
Mm-hmm. High approach.
All right, territory. Everybody loves territory these days. Michael Chen, the infamous top American amateur. Z Chen, for those of you on KGS. When asked what his style was, he took a long, pensive thought, and he says, "I like territory." So very, I think Gan Shengxi, American pro Gan Shengxi, was on earlier in the day and was talking about how these days especially, These top pros can read so well and are so good at sabaki, so good at using ko-aji, so good at living. It's so hard to actually kill these guys that the game is becoming, in a way, more territorial because influence, people, you invade and then you just read 40 moves and find a way to live somehow and win. So very territorial style. So anyway, so here we go. This is nice.
And we got a probe.
Got a probe. Don't try this at home, folks. This is dangerous stuff. These probes. I'm too tired. We've been up since 5 in the morning. I don't have time to get into these probes, but rest assured, these guys know what they're doing. All right, we got a high approach. This is interesting. So probably, the 3-5. I like the 3-5. What do you like? What is your feeling about the 3-5?
I always, I think the 4-4 is overused, and I really like the weirder of the first moves in the corner. So
sure.
I always try to use the 3-5, and it always goes terribly, but I definitely have that ambition there, and I don't know, I'm glad to be seeing this. This is at least something out of the ordinary.
Yeah, the 3-5 is cool, and the thing about the 3-5 is it kind of invites this, right? It invites this move to take away the corner, but then it's as if it was your corner, you got approached, and then you tanuki it, right? So it gives white the initiative to then follow up. And in this case, I think white can press.
Well, he does not play that move.
Yeah, for sure. So if you do this, white's going to press.
Yeah.
And this is looking really nice. I just realized the stream's not looking at this, is it? Or is it? No, it's not.
No.
Okay, so let's just get to the live game then quickly, and then we will go from there. All right.
And no, other way. It's going to go up. Or down, as it were.
Okay. So we're not going to spend too much time on this opening then. We're just going to get to live, and then we will follow the game from there. Yes. This one. Yep. Jump. That's a huge move. Jump. Nice.
I always like that shape.
Jump here. Push and cut. So, if you're wondering what the hell we're doing, we are playing the game out.
I'm sorry, where was White's last move?
On a board in front of us, and then we're going to switch over to a video feed of that board, so we can do some. Ooh, that's interesting. Some analysis there. So just hold on tight, and we will get to the live game very shortly. Cut. No.
Nope, other way.
How many moves have they played already?
Oh, we're almost there. I remember seeing these moves. All right,
Okay,
we're there.
we
Back
are
to live.
Okay, so here we are, and so what's up? So the last move. So White's trying to live down here, I guess. White needs to live. Let's see. We got White territory over there, and Black's looking okay. So yeah, White's gonna live. And Black will take Sente and then probably try to build this bottom side. So yeah, I'm pretty curious to see what happens tomorrow when we're down to just 4. We're gonna have just 4 people left in the winners bracket, and at least one of these Korean guys is gonna be out. So.
Yep. How much time do we have on these games?
These games are 1 hour each side.
All right.
And 5. I think it's 5 times 30-second overtime.
Gotcha.
So this guy started like.
Oh, we got a couple more moves here.
All right.
Striking through the Kama. And
Oh,
he's down.
in the back up. Yeah,
Yep.
right. Mm-hmm. All right, so there we are.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Probably we're gonna get. I expect we're gonna get this Hane, and seems like maybe white will Hane, maybe black blocks, and then some
kind of eye-making move.
This, let's say.
Yep.
I think that's what. And then black. Does black have a free hand though? Actually, because what about this cut? That looks a little dangerous. This is why we need like actual strong players here to to assist us here. But it seems like that's going to be imminent threat right after that. And in fact, okay, right. So the reason I guess I can't cut now because black's going to get a move in here and probably win the race. So, but once I defend,
black does have
black's
to come back there. So white
here.
can live kind of in Sente.
I think white can live in Sente, and this cut is also annoying. This Aji, right? I can get this or this or both. And then this group is floating, so like, you know, this is all totally hypothetical, but this looks pretty annoying for black. I mean, granted, we got to take into account the whole score. Black does have a lot of solid territory already here.
Yep, and
this is not totally solid, but he's going to get
pretty well
something there. So as a 2Q and a 5 Don, mere mortals, what do we think about this game? What do we like here?
Talk to me about this corner. So as a 2Q, I don't understand it totally. Who's winning down here?
So we got 4-3 Liberty wise. So that's the first thing. So black can't. Black needed to Tsuji or something to be able to do anything, or else he's dead.
Right. All right.
If he just starts taking liberties away, there's it'll just be a straight up race. The only thing that seems dangerous is a potential ko with something like this.
Okay.
So for example, maybe I throw in first. So suppose I throw in first here. This is a good question, because actually I assumed that black was dead, but I didn't really think about it much. So suppose I throw in here, you got to take, right? So if you throw it, so if I play on the outside,
you got to take. Otherwise, the code's going to get worse
black,
as black takes.
Oh, actually, I could play on the.
If you play on the outside, black takes. White plays here.
Then it's ko.
It's a ko. It looks like a not particularly fun ko for white, considering that he should be ahead.
Yeah, so that's just a straight up ko. And if I play on the outside, it's a straight up ko.
Yeah.
If I capture, then I think black has to go in like this, and it's going to be something similar. If I play now, it reverts. If I capture and like this,
and then white plays down,
then I've got another
that looks
ko.
better.
This is a slightly more complicated ko though, because it's 2-step.
Yeah.
If this was earlier in the day, I may be able to say something definitive about this, but this is my 4th coffee, so might be a little tough. We've got some moves here. So anyway, our verdict is we believe that there's a potential for ko brewing down there.
Yep. Black. So white does Hane, but black does not block.
Okay, this makes sense. This makes a lot of sense. So white Hane is to start.
There
to
is down here.
Oh, right, of course. So white Hane is. This makes perfect sense. So as we saw in our hypothetical, if black responds, then white can live in Sente, but white living denies this black group. This is not right.
No, you definitely put an extra times there. And there's one guy right there, right here.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yes, perfect. Okay, so living here denies this black group eye space and activates this cut. So that means that black's going to live in Sente. So that's why black, instead of allowing for that, which didn't look very good, plays here in the game.
Yep.
And comes back and connect, right?
Yep.
Comes back and connects.
And this is how it stands.
So he's giving up some territory here, but he doesn't want to be forced. He definitely does not want to be forced to have to make this sad connection.
Yeah.
Because that would be very painful. So I think he's hoping to kill these two, or make white's going to live, but black will get eye space and get Sente out of it. Is I think the goal.
Does that
we're
cut
live,
still?
right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Ooh, okay. Atari, okay, what's brewing here? He's got something. He's got a plan here.
Yep.
Something's
Of
going
course,
on. We got
Black
12 people
expense.
watching. Bless your hearts. Bless your hearts for being with us on this fine Saturday afternoon in Cambridge. If you're just joining us, this is the 2015 Chang Qi Cup. I'm Will Lockhart, your host. This is Jack Homer.
Homer, exactly. Co-host.
And co-host for the afternoon broadcast. And we have two tournaments going on. We have an AGA 4-round amateur tournament. But more importantly, we have the first ever world-class professional tournament held in the United States. So the semifinals of a Chinese professional tournament, the Chang Qi Cup, are being held here in Cambridge at Harvard University. This is a best of 3 semifinals. You can go to the website, find out a little bit more detailed information. We'll have more posted there. But the first 2 games just ended, and we had Tuo Jiaxi by half a point and Lian Xiao by resignation taking 1-0 leads in their respective games. So tomorrow, everything will be on the line. We'll have elimination games tomorrow. We're going to be broadcasting all day tomorrow, starting around 10. So definitely tune in. Tell your friends. There's going to be. We're going to try to spread the word tonight about that. So back to this game.
Mm-hmm. We have the Ascension. Now we have another Atari.
The extension.
And now there's a new Atari
what the
down below.
How did this happen? This Atari, save the stone and keep pushing.
Yep.
So now we see why this made sense,
that
right? Because
stone's
now
doing
this
a lot
is
of work.
so sorry.
Yep.
Now this is threatening an Atari here, so I've got to defend that somehow. So it's Black's turn. So this amateur game, I think you guys can see on the screen, we have 2 Korean insei, Kim Sun Woo, and I'm butchering these names.
Seo Jun-jung.
Seo Jun-jung. These guys flew over from Seoul to compete in this tournament. We have a first prize of $4,000. And these are 2 of a group of 3 insei who came. One of them, Seo Jun-jung, who plays white or black? White.
White.
Yeah, white. Is supposedly one of the top amateurs in Korea, and is favored to, if not win, at least be one of the top finishes at this tournament. But he's facing a fellow Korean insei here. So this is board 1, round 2, the amateur tournament, and white is it's a sente battle here, really. It's and just trying to squeeze out. We talked with Gansheng Shi earlier in the day about how these top players, and it's not enough just to achieve the result, the specific result you want. You always want to try to squeeze out as much agi, as much 1-2 extra points, as much good end game, all that out of these situations. So we saw Black resist here, giving up points here in exchange for points here and the chance to win Sente. And now White is going to try to mess up Black's shape here, get as much, if not Sente, at least get as much out of this as possible before he has to come back and live. So that's as far as I can tell what's going on here.
All right.
By the way, we're going to have, is this confirmed? We're going to have Andy Liu and Stephanie Ming Yin, professional players, doing commentary on the Lian Xiao game from earlier today, and that is starting about now.
Okay.
I'm actually not sure, unfortunately, whether we're going to be able to stream that. We're going to find that out shortly. So stay tuned for an update on that.
So we got some more action going on here.
Okay, so
the defense
he did block
is
with the
blocking
touch
on
mouth
top
and the
and
Atari.
immediate Atari.
Right.
And then
Go for it.
still chipping away.
Very natural.
Yep.
So what's up? So this is coming to a close here. I mean, unless that's Gote. So I could kill these, but that's Gote. I could block. So White's gonna live. Black should get Sente.
Yep. Black's not worried about this cut since he can capture those stones in the event of that cut.
He might be worried if Black defends this side. So White played here. It seems natural to block the corner, right? This is my corner. I don't want you in there. But then to live, White's going to save these 2, and that might
now
be
that cut is
reactivating
actually
cut.
important.
I mean, White. So it looks to me like it doesn't quite technically threaten it.
No.
Because if I push here and I play this one.
Yep.
And you are persistent and want to continue to cut. I do have this Atari now.
Yep, and
now I've got enough eye
eyes.
space to live. But at the same time, I'm like wrecking my shape over here, and that's not going to be good. So
yep.
So I'm
Might be worth
still. I'm either gonna have to lose. I'm ruining this position. I'm either gonna have to lose Sente, or suffer some.
We do have a block.
consequence.
Yep.
Oh, he does block. Okay,
does
so
indeed block.
I was gonna suggest that maybe he was gonna take the stones instead.
Okay.
Let him into the corner, but protect the cut. But he does block.
And
Ooh, look at this. So again, there's he's got to come back to live,
Yep.
but he's every possible Sente exchange, every possible reduction of this territory he can get.
now we
He's
have
gonna
this
keep
black
pushing.
group cut off from the corner. How's the eye shape on that group right there? Looks pretty good. This one, now that it's been cut off.
Well, I can capture the stone whenever I want.
Right.
It's just, this is some deep reading because it's, in theory. Well, So, in theory, I could come in here and I could kill this group locally, I think. Yeah, we got it. I could kill this group locally, but there's a lot of Aji with pulling this out and this group being cut off.
Yeah.
With maybe even... you can't kill this corner, but it might be the kind of thing where, I can play moves down here that threaten to live, and if you demand trying to kill me, then I'll get in.
Yeah.
Again, I am too tired to read because I've been up since the crack of dawn. But we can still enjoy these pretty shapes.
Now, how about Black's
half
corner?
awake.
Is Black's corner unambiguously alive?
That is the question for a wiser man than I. I'm pretty sure. I'm almost positive.
All right. Right on. So right now. All right, so we got Black's move. Black to move.
Is that what happened?
No.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So-
So he comes back and defends the middle.
Yep.
So I guess there's got to be some nasty Aji here. This is Sente of capturing the stone and coming
Okay,
out.
so White needs to have an extra move to live down there, correct?
Yes,
All right. And is Black worried about this move?
probably.
Okay. And hence him taking the entire
Probably
right
something
now.
like that, because then that sets up more Sente there, and
Yeah.
this is getting ugly. So
So that would almost start a capturing race.
it seems like it. So he defends there.
All right, and White's got a Hane into the.
See, look at this. He's just squeezing every last drop of
Yep.
points he can get here before he comes back and has to take Goche. If Black hasn't. We assume Black will respond to that.
Mm-hmm.
I lost my Go Pocket Square. All right. Do we have any update about the Stephanie Andy stream?
All right.
So the as we take a pause here, the obligatory question: How did you get into Go? How
How did I get into Go? I started playing in, I think, middle school when I read Hikaru no Go for the first time in
you go.
Shonen Jump, and I convinced my best
Were you a
friend.
manga reader, or
What?
was this
Manga reader. I did
manga
not.
reader?
No, I
Alright.
did not watch the anime.
No, did you?
Oh,
was
in
Hikaru
general.
like a one-time thing, or did you read a lot of manga? And
You know, I only read the Shonen Jump volumes, which had, running storylines of probably 10 different manga each month. And so Hikaru no Go was my favorite one from Shonen Jump. I was always the most excited when I was reading that one. So I convinced my friend to play with me, and we had absolutely no idea what we were doing. Didn't think you could play inside someone else's territory, just having lines of stones running across the center of the board, and then you just call it done after that. All right, obvious response, and what? Interesting.
what? The hell's that?
Wait, sorry? Oh, whoa.
Oh,
Oh,
he
sorry,
throws
mix up
in.
there.
He throws in. Sorry,
Gotcha.
sorry, folks.
So there was a throw in.
So a throw in, and then is he playing a Ko? Does he kill this in Ko?
Yeah,
That seems
dude.
crazy. that's a weird move. So I guess obviously white could cut, and then we'd have a ko. If he doesn't do that, if he comes back and, for example, connects, then what? Black is
eventually
actually
going to have to defend his corner.
This is kind of we got a life of the group issue. On the other hand, this is complicated because I've also got this Atari. I've also got this squeeze here. I've also got this. Oh, whoa! I've also got this Atari,
Yep.
and now that's captured.
Gotcha.
So on the other hand, this is Sente of this double Atari first. If I can get that in before you squeeze me. So, like, for example, if white plays here first, I'm probably, like, totally missing the point and just caught up in details here. But if I do that and then connect, and then white, like, suppose black has to defend. Because, I mean, if I go for this, I think this cut seems bad, right?
That's
So
as near as I can
this,
tell.
and then white has to live.
All right, we've got some action here. Black has thrown in a... Wait,
So
run back a couple moves for us.
There was the throw in, the capture, the block. So there was a ko. It was full. It was
well,
full.
we've also got this push going on back here, and
It was the ko, right, and then the capture, and then saving the 2 stones,
throw in.
killing it locally. So we have a massive ko here. So if I'm not mistaken, it seems like both sides have elected to fight a massive ko here, because if black connects, white's dead locally, and if white wins the ko, black's dead. So I think we've entered a very high stakes situation right here all of a sudden.
And we've got white pushing
If
in.
I don't sound on the edge of my seat, it's because I'm only half awake. But this is a very tense moment in this game, and could. So let's talk about ko. Let's talk about ko. Everyone likes to talk about ko. I think there's 2 kinds of people. There are people who are terrified of ko, and people who are content to
Duke it out.
duke it out. How do you feel about ko?
Definitely terrified of ko, and I do know the proverb: "Afraid of ko, don't play go." And I'm fighting to
That's
get
what
over
they
that
say.
fear.
That's what they
but
say.
yeah, no, I do not understand ko properly. And almost every time it seems to happen to me, I'm the one at the disadvantage. So if I can figure out some way to use ko as an actual weapon, as opposed to just something that I have to deal with when my opponent outsmarts me, that'd be another thing. But
Yeah.
no, right now I'm no
Sure.
no
Ko
hand
is
at
very complicated. I think I feel like I've gotten to the point where I'm not outright afraid of it. I'm not afraid of the idea of getting into a ko. I think it's the kind of thing where if I play someone a little weaker than me, I welcome it, and if I play someone stronger, I'm afraid of it. So I think
Yep.
it's just hard. You know, it's just hard and high stakes often. So that's the deal. But some people just the mention of it, and they just start quaking in their boots because it's so intense. So this is the ko threat. Cutting off these, threatening to kill them, presumably with this Hane, or more specifically threatening to start a capturing race, because we've got races all up and down this board. There's still this push Atari business, so maybe it's a little more subtle of how I kill this group. This one.
Well, no, it could be black.
No, I mean if black ignores this,
Oh,
this
gotcha.
threat and white has to follow it up.
Yep.
Perhaps just this is enough. Let's see. We're live here, right? They're thinking. So my magic fairy is telling me that
Some movement is happening.
perhaps if. Wait, no, that's the live one over there, right? If white Hanes.
White has Hane. This has happened.
Oh,
Wait, it haven't?
so confusing. So many windows. Hane and connect. And then black plays here to get the moves we mentioned. White could just connect here. Instead of cutting, he could come back and connect. And now I've got Mia here. Now I've got 2 different cuts here. So that might be the simplest way. So this definitely seems so. But again, this is a capturing ace. Although white seems to, even if I can't follow up on this code in any dramatic fashion. I would have to just connect. So that leaves a lot of liberties still. Okay, so black has responded.
Yep.
To the threat.
And of course, white takes the ko.
Right. Damn. This is a man's ko.
So black is going to lose his entire corner if he loses this ko. Is that?
We've doubled our audience in the past few minutes. Very good. Very good.
So what does black's corner look like if he loses this ko?
It's dead.
Yep.
It's a goner. So he needs something big here. This is not big enough.
All right, we've got connection.
Ooh, so
Yep,
he's
attachment.
This is the worst. I think one of the worst feelings in the world. So first of all, the move. This one.
Yep.
One of the worst feelings in the world is when you're in a huge ko and you just don't have a big enough threat, and you're just staring, trying to make one up out of thin air.
Yep,
So
and
it feels to me like that's what this is. I mean, maybe this is big enough. The follow up here.
Well, it's too late. White has already.
Oh, and
white
it's
has already
it's
finished
done.
the ko.
It's done. The ko is gone, and the follow up naturally is this Hane. Not to belittle these moves. I mean, getting both of these moves is absolutely enormous for this potential, and just this in general, because this corner was not settled in any way.
Yep.
White has Aji like to play here, for example, and if I respond passively, he lives, so I have to do this, and Atari. So
All sorts of
and I have
nonsense.
Aji to create some eye space, some ways of living there. But this, not only does it create new potential, it indirectly makes it harder for white to exploit that stuff. So it's very, very big. On the other hand, I still just feel like it's not big enough. But who am I to say?
Yep.
So white's pushing here. This looks a little annoying. And let's do a count, shall we?
Yep.
So here's a trick that I learned regrettably late in my Go career, actually, but that I now totally swear by in counting. It's very simple and pretty easy to get a hang of once you start doing it, is to count by twos. And the reason is twofold. One, it's faster because you have half as many things to enumerate. And secondly, it allows you to count captured stones in one punch.
Yep.
So let's attempt to do that.
Do we want to take a pause for that? There are a couple more.
Oh
moves
god, there's
right
another
here.
ko. There's another
Yep.
giant ko. Oh god. We have no time for counting. No time. Instead of blocking, he Atari'd.
I could progressively Atari'd, and white
of
says
course,
so.
white can't just passively respond because this is probably a half-point nail-biter game, and both players know it, let's assume. So he needs to resist with the strongest possible resistance. I mean, also, this way, if I win this ko and if I force you back, now I'm in, and you can't do that.
Yep.
So this just feels like one of these situations in these high-down games where like any passivity, any slackness, any acceptance of the other person's thrust to gain that one extra point puts you behind, and so you have to keep resisting. So
black does
and that's how you
capture.
get into these high-stakes situations, right? Is that neither player is going to resist and accept a simple 2-point loss. They're going to go for a complicated potential 5-point win or 5-point loss.
Right.
Something along those lines. So we're in another ko.
Yep, and here comes white's ko threat.
And okay, so white threat here, again threatening to cut off this group down there.
That seems awfully large for black to be losing both his corner and that group there.
I kind of feel like black is in trouble. I kind of feel like he's in over his head with these ko's, and that's probably a very simplistic, low-level analysis of this extremely complicated and high-level game. But it feels to me like I feel like this Atari. This is kind of just a guess, but I feel like this Atari.
Okay, black has responded by filling the ko.
Oh, he filled
Yep,
the cup.
he's connecting.
Okay. So that was short, and then
Yep.
white cuts.
Presumably, wait. White does not cut. White defends down south.
Oh, down south.
Yep. And black
Strange.
gets to defend against that cut.
Okay, so clearly we don't understand what's going on here, but black connects, and it seems like crisis has been averted. And now white. What was white's previous move?
Let's see.
Let me just go. So white played something. For those of you just joining us, we are looking at board 1 of the Chang Qi Cup Amateur Tournament. This is round 2, and these are 2 Korean insei who have come from Seoul to Harvard, where the tournament's being held, and they're vying for a $4,000 top prize. So we have a couple Koreans who have flown in to try to take down our top amateurs here in the U.S. And so far they're doing
all right.
So far they're doing all right. But here we have an insei versus insei match, and white.
So white is
smash.
pushing through a little bit right there into black center. Black defends.
Black
with-
defends, and then white cross cuts, right?
Exactly. And
And
then
it looks
black
like
defends.
down extends down. Okay. This Moyo is quite formidable, I have to say.
Yep.
This
Black's
is-
pulling
this is
something
no-
out over here. And then
Get a
white
jump
pushes
there,
forward.
and a block.
Right.
And we are live. Okay, so this is the game. Oh. I think that's the move.
Yeah. All right. Gotcha. Sorry.
So
Through.
white jumps in.
Yep.
Okay, so this is. I'm always amazed at these kind of situations how good these guys are at just using all the little aji in here to be able to just shred a moya like this that looks so powerful.
Yep.
But just there's a little aji here, there's a little aji here. He's now going to create something. Hopefully
Yep.
here, just get
Strike
just
through.
just get these little things in, and then make them all work together to bring down this moya.
Yep. And yeah, getting big territory here kind of seems like black's only chance at this point. So yeah, we'll see what he's got. White connects. And now that
and that threatens.
yeah,
that threatens
exactly,
this
threatening that
screws.
cut there.
Yep, no doubt.
Yeah, white definitely seems to be in control so far.
Yeah. So yeah, what I was saying about counting in twos can be really convenient. So let's just get a. So this is how I would do this. Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 30, 2, 4, 6, 8, 40, 42, let's say.
All right.
And then maybe 52, 54, 56, 58, 60, maybe 70, 80. Did I just make up all these points, or is this really that many?
I mean, he's also got this corner down
80.
here.
Well, this might be a ko.
That's true.
But it seems like he's got, like... How could that... Am I just,
70
like...
points. No, I mean,
that tired right now? Like 90 points? That doesn't even seem possible. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 30, 2, 4, 6, 8, 42. Yeah, 42. I mean, that's a lot.
that's 42.
42.
And
This is 20, 62. 4, 6, 8, 70. 2, 4, 6, 8, 80. 2, 4 plus Comey. I mean, he's at like 90 points.
damn.
I just don't even see how
Yeah, I mean,
he
like,
can lose with that many points. I mean, this is obviously black got this entire thing.
but it's
That's something.
certainly
I mean,
going to
this
be
is-
reducible.
This is
and
6 by 10 here is 60. I mean,
white
even
can play
that
it
is
pretty
60,
cautiously in here.
70. If he kills this, but again, this is ko, so it's. So you know, don't take take it for what it's worth. We do not have a oh right, so he just now
Yep.
response to this. Oh boy,
White
oh boy.
or black defends. White's moving into the moyo, and here we have the cut.
So this is the kind of thing Ganshing was saying is like you don't play these moves unless you've read it out. Like he knows what he's doing here. He got it. He has a plan here to use all this Aji. So now he plays this cut. So look at this. Look at the way he's just all these 3 areas, right? These 3 different areas of Aji are all interacting. So now I've got a ladder, and now I've got a net threat of Atari net. So I've got to do something here. So he plays Atari and extend.
And pushing down.
And okay, push again, it looks like. And are we live? Looks like that's it.
All right.
So he's still trying to muster something. So from our count, Black is pretty far behind. So he's gonna need. I mean, he has to try to kill this.
Yeah.
He's got to defend this side now. White's gonna come down and cut these off.
Right.
And then like for example, if he plays here. But now like I've got look at this. I've got Sente.
Totally.
It's
It's
starting
going to be a huge pain in the ass, and this cut
I mean,
is
granted,
still really bad.
this is the kind of situation where like all the time you're in these kind of situations, right? And it's like you're so far ahead, and you're like, oh, of course this should live. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, wait a minute, I'm in much bigger trouble than I thought. And then like instead of playing simply, right, I like went for it all and lost it all. So that can happen. So you want to be careful. You don't want to just dive in and just say like, oh, the shape looks good, I'll live, because then that can undo everything you've worked for.
Mm-hmm. So if Black is able to kill this group, what has Black got over on this side in terms of points?
Good question. Let's be generous. Let's suppose he gets.
To what extent is White going to be able to just simply reduce instead of having a successful invasion?
Sure. So the lazy man's way to do this would just be to build a rectangle and say there's like about as many white as black here, so it cancels out.
Right.
That depends. Don't do that if you actually want to know, like within a couple points, but it's pretty even here. 2, 4, 6, 7, 2, 4, 5. So like off. Minus 2 points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 10. Side to the 10 again is 10.
Yep.
6. So that would be 58. We subtract the 2.
Yep.
60, 2, 4, 6, 70-ish. And thickness, this could end up being another 10 or something.
Yep.
But it still feels like if I don't get this, I'm down by about 20 or something.
Sheesh.
10, 20. So he could kill this in but I don't know what he's gonna. I don't know what he's gonna do. And it's White's turn. No, it's Black's turn, right?
Yeah, it's Black's turn.
Right.
Yeah,
this is
move has not
he's
been
got to
made.
figure out. He's got to figure out something.
Something's gonna happen
because
there.
this threat is going to kill these two. So he's got to do something down here. Yeah, we will see. Do we want to pop over to board 2 and just see who's playing, just see what's going on there?
Yeah, sure. Where's that
For
at?
those of you watching on KGS, we have the top 2 boards of the amateur tournament, and the professional Chang Qi tournament has ended for the day. We had Tuo Jiaxi by a nail-biting half point over Zhou Juan, and we had Lian Xiao with what I'm told was a convincing win against Li Qinqing. So those guys go up 1-0 in the best of 3 semifinals at the Chang Qi Cup, and games 2 will be tomorrow. We're going to be broadcasting all day tomorrow, starting from around 10 o'clock, and we're going to have a lot better players than us joining the broadcast, and
a welcome addition.
Being able to give some actual solid insight into what's going on with those games. So yeah, let's see. Do we have? Oh, here it is. Board 2. So we're live.
So what are we looking at over here?
So what are we looking at here? Let's. This can't move, but let's get this over here. Let's just, for the sake of, so we're not looking off camera at all times. Let's just look at this, and we can watch together at this board 2. Ooh, 40 people. Excellent. Welcome.
How's it going,
Welcome,
guys?
everybody. Lost.
You're trying to pull up.
I think this one. Yes, there we go. Okay, so board 2. So if you're just joining us, this is the afternoon broadcast at the 2015 Chang Qi Cup. We're at Cambridge. We're in Cambridge. We're at Harvard University. I'm Will Lockhart.
I'm Jack Homer.
And we are looking at the top couple boards of the amateur tournament, the Chang Qi Cup. It's a 4-round AGA-rated tournament. Top prize $4,000. In the meantime, we have the semifinals of the professional Chinese tournament, the 2015 Chang Qi Cup. Two of those, we've got 2 games, best of 3 matches, and one of those games each is in the books. That was not an efficient way to say that. But we've got 2 players each up 1-0, and so we're gonna have knockout games tomorrow. Potential. We've got a 75% chance we'll have a game 3 on Monday, but we will likely see at least one person advance to the finals.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure when the finals are. I think they're in Beijing in maybe a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're gonna have that tomorrow. Games 2 of the pro tournament. Yes. But this is the amateur tournament, and we are at board 2, and we've got Kim Hyun-woo, who he's the third Korean Insei. As we said, these guys are kicking our ass so far, but it's early on, so we'll see what happens. And then we have Bom-gun, also known as Evan Cho, from California. Have you met Evan before?
No, I haven't actually.
So Evan was a Korean Insei, and he moved to the U.S. He's living in Los Angeles with Kim Young-won 9-down.
Okay.
And I don't really know what he's doing, but he teaches sometimes, and he competes in a lot of West Coast tournaments. And he's very, very strong. I think he's AGA 9.0.
Okay.
So he's up there.
Yep.
So let's see. So Evan's white, huh? What do we think? What do we think about this game?
Black's got a couple corners. Three.
What is there to say? What is there to say about a game ago? What is there?
So it looks like Black has a lead in solid territory right now. So White's going to,
So let's suppose that Black defends. So down at the bottom here around H2, there's a cut, which could capture those stones down there. So let's suppose. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. So let's suppose Black has to defend. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So like a little less than 20 on the bottom left.
All right.
And then about 25 on the bottom right.
Mm-hmm. Up top.
15 maybe at the top.
And then not too much potential for more territory outside that.
Hey, what's going on? You want to jump in?
Sure.
All right, joining us right now is Michael Fodera, another one of the organizers of the Chang Qi Cup. And if you're just joining us, we're looking at game 2, board 2, from the amateur tournament. How's it going, Mike?
It's good. Everyone's still playing their games upstairs. Got a bit of a late start, so that's going to go for a little while longer.
How are you holding up?
I'm good. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, it's been a long day.
I could use a drink.
Coffee.
I want mine to be a little stronger.
Yes. Well, we've got time.
Yes.
So we were just talking about you. So what's your read on these Insei? What's up with these guys? We've got 3 top Korean, well maybe not top Korean, but maybe not top Insei, but we have 3 Korean Insei here in the amateur tournament. Some think they may just kind of bulldoze over our players, but we also have some of the top amateur players in the U.S. who are residents here, and we'll have to see. So on board 1 we have 2 of the Insei playing, and this is board 2, one of them against Evan.
Okay.
So that's where we're at.
I was watching that game and I saw Evan took like about a minute and a half on his first move. It was just like, I need to calm myself and be in this mode to play against this amazing guy.
Yeah.
So I haven't actually seen this game since then. Is there any way to review it? Or you already did that, right?
No, we looked at the first game. We haven't looked at this one.
Okay.
Should we pull this one up?
Sure.
Do we have a way? So I think we need to switch. We would need to switch modes to do that probably. Should we do that?
Yeah,
Is that
I guess.
fun?
So fun.
All right. How many people are on this stream? What do we got? Well, that's not the one.
Do you want to look at it in KGS or on OBS? Like, do you just want to review the game?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to
So
But I mean, people should be able to see.
Oh,
it.
yeah.
So let's just do it on OBS, right? Yeah. Okay. So in the meantime, so let's talk about tomorrow. What do we got going tomorrow?
we have simuls in the morning at 8:30, I believe.
All right, early morning simuls for those of you who show up early.
And then after that, we start the second round of the semifinals of the Chang Qi Cup. I think that's at 9:30 or 10. I'm not sure.
I think 9:30 is the pro tournament games 2,
And
game
then-
2s.
About half an hour after that goes on, after everyone's taken their pictures, done their pleasantries and whatnot, we do 10 o'clock start for the American Chang Qi Cup. And
Excellent.
now we are back on the board.
Ooh, very cool. Very cool. And this is able to see us over this computer?
Yep.
Yes. Good. Okay, so Evan's white. So you said Evan was
took like
getting
2 minutes on his first move.
That's amazing. He was getting into the zone to play against this guy.
Yeah. So if I review it, is I going to be able to do it? Yeah. I can review from here.
You can do whatever you like.
So a few.
What's the problem?
I'm reviewing.
Oh, you're
So,
gonna mark.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. You're gonna do a full on.
Is that going to mess something up?
No, whatever you like.
Alright. So recently, or I guess a couple of years ago, this was pretty much the common standard move when black gets this formation, and it's still pretty common now amongst amateurs. But now in pro games, you'll generally see this, and then a pincer of this side. Following this, it can get a little complicated, but the simplest way would be to do this, and do this kind of common joseki, and then black will tanuki, and play something like this.
Right.
This is a very standard way of playing, and the reason why black does this kind of larger pincer here as opposed to the single space pincer is that, I'll be able to show you in a second. If you do the same variation in the corner, black takes the outside, white takes the inside.
Right. It's a little over concentrated, right? White can reduce the top.
Black, again, plays here. If he does anything here, he's very low, and it kind of makes a weird shape to do something like this from the stone. So you kind of don't really want to do anything, especially because you're so strong here. So you can tanuki, play something like this. You have, hypothetical simple variation here. Oops, sorry about that. Standard for both sides. White would get sente, and this becomes a very large move. This shoulder hit here.
Right. Yeah, I've seen this. So I've heard there's a lot of things like this, right, where pros will say something's good, and you just kind of buy it. You just say, "Oh, I heard people say that, and so it's true." That's where I'm at with this shoulder. I've heard this same argument that this close pincer is not good because this shoulder hit makes black very overconcentrated.
So the common variation, black extends up, white extends up. If black comes here, white can just play here.
Right, and
so-
this formidable moyo has now just kind of been smushed down.
So you now have, what is this, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 points for black. A decently flexible group for white, and white made
Right, so
enough
white got
points
as
in the
many
corner.
points as black basically, and yet it was black's influence.
And again, if we look at the initial side, this is huge for black. So the reason why we do this 2-space extension as opposed to the single space extension that you commonly see in games is so that if we keep all else the same, we make no other changes to the game, and white still wants to shoulder hit, black has increased the amount of points he actually ends up getting and makes these white stones a bit closer to these black stones, meaning that there's more pressure on them for him to do something later on.
Right, little less comfortable for
Maybe
white.
you want to do another exchange and then here. So then you're left with these stones in good position to attack these stones later on.
Right.
A decent amount of points here, and Centec.
Fair enough.
So if you're wondering why things have changed from here, a lot of amateurs will play something like this or here on the opposite side very early on, immediately afterwards. But you realize that by doing that, you remove logic. And so you want to sometimes do something else.
Is this stream on?
What?
Oh, cool.
We're streaming. Do you want to jump on?
We're streaming right now?
We're streaming right now. We're
Wow.
watching
Yeah,
War
we'll
2 of the
jump.
amateur tournament. All right.
We need to charge this. Can we charge
Okay, well, momentarily,
Get charged up.
your favorite AJ broadcaster, Andrew Jackson, will be joining the stream. He's going to take over for me.
You can take it from me. If you want to explain that.
He's going to be taking over for somebody. And do we have any strong players in here? Can we get any?
Can we get somebody who knows what they're talking about?
Let's get somebody who knows what we're talking about. We've been.
Who are you pointing at? Oh yeah, should get that then. Yeah, come on. You wanna come on in here, Vincent? No.
He's busy.
He's not
playing
saying-
on. Is everyone? What is that called? Go Quest.
Go Quest. Are you playing Go Quest right now?
How
For
did-
real?
Dude, GoQuest is great.
Where was I living under a rock? When did the entire Go community just start
I
playing?
don't know.
Go
It's-
Quest?
it's
When did this happen?
defense, I did make a point of doing this while we were in Taiwan.
Oh, I'm
Did
not
you?
saying there's anything wrong with Go Quest. I'm just
But
saying
what-
when did this happen? It seems like all of a sudden
It's
everyone was-
auto match 9x9, right?
Yeah.
With
And
ELO
is it-
ratings, right? With what?
Is it also 13 or just 9?
I think it's
No,
just
there is
9.
13.
I don't know.
There is definitely 13.
Is it 13 by
I only
13?
played 9x9.
I was telling somebody anyway.
Gotcha.
So how's it been going? What have I missed?
It's been good, man. So first of all,
Sorry, go ahead. You first.
well, first of all, if you're just joining us, the 2015 Chang Qi Cup professional semifinals
Right.
Are underway, and we have 2 games in the books. We had Lian Xiao over Li Qincheng.
Right.
In what I was told was a solid
comfortable
win,
game the whole way?
but I don't know. He won by resignation.
Okay.
I mean, most pro games are by resignation.
So
it's insane.
I just
Go ahead.
learned this.
Yes.
It's a best 2 out of 3. I didn't even realize.
Yes, best 2
until-
out of 3. So come tomorrow because we have game 2s tomorrow.
It's the rematch. Li Qianchang
Yes.
is also playing
Lian Xiao.
Lian Xiao.
Yeah, revenge
And-
game. Yes.
Right. And who won the other game? Because
The other game,
I didn't
this
see how that turned out.
we're gonna confirm this tomorrow. We'll give you a whole update of what happened.
Mm-hmm.
I think Tuo Jiaxu won by half point.
Wow.
That's what I was told.
Half
That's
point?
what KGS was saying.
I should have checked. I'm
And
sorry.
that game was like the first game was reasonable. The second game was like a 6-hour game or something.
Right.
Something
Right. I think they
obscene.
went all the way to the end there.
all the way to the end.
Kinda
All the way to the end game.
So I'm sorry I missed it. I was being thrown to the wolves.
That's
I,
okay. That's
I was
okay.
playing a friendship match against Yu Bin's daughter.
Oh
who
well,
is-
that's nothing. That sounds
That's right.
perfectly respectable.
At half my age, she is twice my strength. So you
Ouch.
know.
That
Maybe
happens.
we've been
I played a
doing
kid.
it.
I was in Korea and I played. This was about a year ago, and I played the supposedly strongest 9-year-old in Korea.
Oh yeah.
He was pretty strong.
Yeah.
He was pretty strong. He was
Wow.
a Tai Gym 7 dan.
Wow.
For those of you KGSers, Tai Gym is significantly weaker than KGS, so that Tai Gym 7 might be KGS 5.
but it's still
that's still for a
pretty-
9-year-old. That's still pretty scary.
9-year-old is pretty good. You know, I think people say, Go. You got to be smart to play Go, and maybe that's true. But I think that like I can do calculus. Can that kid do calculus? He's 9. I don't. I'm just saying. There's maybe a
no.
limit
I mean,
to some-
there's definitely. It's amazing how good you can get that
So
that
soon.
young. I mean, it shows. There is the stereotype of this is an intellectual game. This is a game. This is math. This
Right.
is about and that it's very abstract. It's about it's about logic, but it's also about abstract
Right.
thinking and intuition and wisdom and all this stuff. And yet,
here's this 9-year-old.
right, here's this 9-year-old. Here's this. How old is Li Qincheng? He's 17.
I would say
Like that?
17. Yeah.
And
17.
17, he's been playing for 12 years.
We
or
got
whatever.
17, 19, mid 20s, and I think.
Shojo's pretty old, 30
Yeah,
something.
he's the oldest.
Old
He's-
for a top Go
He's in
player.
his 30s. That's right.
But anyway, you got these 12, 15-year-olds at the top of fighting for the top echelon.
Right.
And so, what does that say about what really is needed mentally?
Yeah,
to be
I
able to
don't.
play at a top
I don't know
level.
if
It
that.
kind of, in a way, it kind of sheds some doubt on that. We like to think that it's all about this kind of high level thinking, and obviously it's very complex, but there's clearly some things that can be sort of subconsciously built in.
Definitely.
Just pattern recognition and just kind of I might not be able to explain it in language, but somehow the neural net has figured it out, and I just do it.
Makes me think it's like a language almost, because this is the other thing that kids do, where they can acquire these skills really quickly.
That's true.
That's
true.
A language. So what happened in the amateur division? Can you give me a recap there?
Right. I don't have the full results. Tomorrow we're going to have a nice fancy bracket for you. We can show you everything that's going on in that. That's not set up yet, but the amateur tournament is. First of all, this is a big tournament. We got 250 people. I think we may have topped the Coats in here.
Wow.
I'm not sure. That's
quite
unconfirmed. Unconfirmed.
Congrats.
But we
Can I
may
shake
have,
your hand?
Yes.
Well done.
We may have taken down someone. Text Eric Coates and
tell him to step up his game.
Tell him to step up his game, because I think
right.
we may have eclipsed him. But
that would be amazing.
We'll confirm that tomorrow.
That would be really amazing.
But the amateur tournament is a big tournament, but the open section, this is something I was really excited about, actually, and I was pushing for, I'm sick and tired, frankly, of these Swiss McMahon, whatever it's called, pairing systems.
Right.
4 or 5 rounds, and you get to the final game, and it's already been decided.
Right,
because
number 1 and 2 are already set, right.
The pairings are such that, someone's undefeated and they go into the final game, and even if they lose,
they're still going to win on tie breaks.
Yada. So we decided 16 players, 4 rounds.
Elimination.
Everyone's playing 4 games, but it's effective elimination for the championship.
By the last round, there'll be 2 undefeated players.
Exactly. So it makes it super nice, and then we guarantee a championship match tomorrow afternoon. Don't miss it tomorrow afternoon. Probably around 2:00. We will have the championship of the Chang Qi Amateur Tournament.
And I think we had some really strong people. I heard we had the strongest amateur in Korea is here.
Yeah, I don't know if he's literally the strongest, but he's up. Like they say, he's up there. I mean, most of these rumors, honestly, are coming from Ben.
Yeah.
Let's make
is
that
he a
clear.
trustworthy guy? I mean, you have some experience in the matter.
Yes. Well, I think when it comes to go strength,
he's a reputable source.
He's a reputable source. But we had. So who's up there? I think Eric Louis is not here.
His dad's here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Ehan's here.
I'll have to find
anyway,
out.
we should.
Anyway, we've got Michael Chen, we've got Bill Lin, a lot of other top amateurs that are usually
Bill
at these
Lin's
tournaments.
game went over like that. I think.
Yeah,
this was
and then we've got these three Korean Insei.
Right.
One of them is supposedly head and shoulders above the others. He's the guy who's rumored to be among the top amateurs in Korea. I talked to Bill Lin after the game. So Bill Lin played the first round.
Right. How'd it go?
I didn't hear the details of the game, but basically he said, I said, how's the game? And he was like, oh, it was, I didn't have a chance. And it was
Bill Lin doesn't have a chance. Oh,
Bill Lin, KGS, flirts with KGS 9-Down.
All the time.
Did not have self.
Blitz,
Yes, that's true. He's a blitz machine, but he did not have a chance in his own words, and he just looked a little shell shocked.
That's scary.
And just kind of stared off into the distance and was just like he was.
What happened?
He was.
What happened?
He was just like he was thick everywhere.
No, man.
Everywhere. So this guy is pretty serious. We were looking at his game earlier on board 1. We've got 2 of the Korean Insei playing on board 1.
Do we have his name?
We have it, but my pronunciation is going to be so.
Are the names up on? Are the names up on?
Peter. This just in. Peter Armenia is trying to distract us through the window.
Peter Armenia. There he is. Oh yeah, he's doing a good job.
We're trying to ignore him, but he's being pretty distracting. So I think he's moving on. I think he's given up. Yeah, he's gone.
So right on. So what's on tap for the evening? What do we got coming? I think we got dinner. We got
a dinner. We are doing a college bowling night.
Oh, that's right, college bowl.
Which you're welcome to come.
I think we're gonna be there.
Oh,
I was talking about
you should do it. They have beer.
For people who are already done with college. Is that what you're consoling us with? Like, well, you can't be young again. You get some beer.
Right.
Oh man.
So that should be fun. Hopefully we'll get people out. We had like something like 70 students.
I
in this
know
tournament.
there's some talk because the Congress next year is going to be in Boston.
Right.
So there's some
that's
sort
what they
of
tell me.
meeting going on where the Congress organizers are going to meet. And we're going
Okay.
to see
You
how
mean
that works.
when now?
Like after dinner, but
Oh,
our
okay.
plan is to meet you guys at the bowling alley.
Perfect.
You may not know this, internet, but I live to bowl. That's
Have
right.
you ever
I
done
got the
9-pin
shoes.
bowling?
No, I've never done 9-pin, for real. Are we
That's-
going 9-pin?
Oh yeah.
Oh, man!
So
All right.
I didn't even know this existed.
That's like
Apparently, only in New England there exists 9-pin bowling with, I think the ball is like smaller.
It's a smaller ball. I don't even know what the arrangement of it is. There no head pin? Is that what they get rid of?
I think it's a different shape.
We may be getting far afield from what is ostensibly
we may
a
be, but
go-related
the point
podcast.
is it's going to be awesome, and we are hopefully going to have kind of a big college go shindig.
All right.
Get all these college organizers together, get them to meet, get them
Man.
to take over the ACGA.
I gotta say, I'm so impressed. The ACGA. You guys had how many teams in that league? You guys had basically the entire.
We had a lot of people. Shout out to Brian Lee, who
Who's-
has been running.
Mitch.
I come in, I help with these kind of events, all this stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
in terms of day to day and week to week, like it's Brian on the College Go League.
On the College Go League, yeah, because
Doing
that
the
league,
KGS leagues.
that league has as many players as all of the major AGA tournaments put together, right? Like,
That's
aren't there like 500 people in that league or something? Like,
I don't think that many.
Not that
it's,
many?
It's team. Well, it used to be teams of 5. I think now it's teams of 3.
okay.
And there's like in total, there's like over 20 schools that have participated, but there's never 20 schools at once.
Oh man, it's so exciting.
So-
there was none of this stuff when I was in college.
No,
I get
it's
to be
true.
like, damn kids,
Well,
get
this
off my
is
lawn.
you know
But seriously,
this
there was none of this
generation.
stuff when I was in
Coming
college.
back to this amateur tournament that we're talking about.
Right.
This generation, the millennial generation,
Right.
is just a huge jump in strength above
For sure.
previous generation, and I think it's all because of the internet. I think it's all because of the
Absolutely.
online go. You talk to Terry Benson, you talk to Chris Kirshner, you talk to these old guard AGA
Right.
organizers.
And they're like, I had to.
They were just as obsessed. Chris
but they had to
Kirshner.
drive 8 hours to get the single book.
Chris
right?
Kirshner was just as obsessed with Go as,
Sure.
as Andy Liu and Bill Lin.
Sure.
But the difference is that Andy Liu and Bill Lin could come home after school and play Go all night long.
Against the strongest people who they could find, right? Like that's the thing.
Right,
There's never a race.
all we know is KGS, but those guys are on TiGem, those guys are on the Asian Go servers, they're playing against pros sometimes, all that stuff. So anyway, there's really like a huge leap in this generation, and now we've got these guys who, we'll see if they can take down these top Korean amateurs, but certainly they're given a much more competition than in the past.
Absolutely, which is so good to see. I think it's anyway. It's
It
only
is.
a
We should
time.
have we have a couple ideas for like a round table. We've been doing pairs like this most of the time.
Yeah.
And tomorrow we were thinking we might, if we have the
panel.
room, get a little
Yeah.
panel going, have some.
Somebody like rotate the tripod.
Right, exactly. But do some, when will we see an American champion, world
Right.
champion? When will we see a computer world champion? We'll have the discussions, right?
Man.
We'll have the heated, it'll be like
I have to.
those
I
political
have-
shows where it's just people interrupting each other nonstop until they go to commercial.
Dude, that sounds great. And then
So-
we'll have Jon Stewart come and get real with us, and then
Right.
He'll send that show into a tailspin. It'll be perfect, just like Crossfire. All right.
All right.
So
are we? So what time is it?
it is
It's 5:20. We should start packing up. I
Yeah,
think
we
we
should-
should start
we should
wrapping
wrap
up.
up. I
So we're going to be broadcasting
Yeah, when we
here
come
on
back.
the AGA YouTube channel all day tomorrow, starting around 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
We're going to have
10 a.m. Eastern time.
10 a.m. Eastern time. Thank you.
Right.
And we're going to have Andy Liu, Gansheng Shi, Calvin Sun, Ming Yin, and a host of other people broadcasting us.
Chang Tao and
Oh yes,
Yu Bin.
and they won't be in the broadcast room, but we will be streaming video of their.
This is really cool,
commentary.
guys. The
Yeah.
live stream is going to have Yu Bin, who is the coach of the Chinese Go team, like the coach, who is. This is his job. He does these commentaries, and you have Chang Hao, who's a national. Both of them national champions, 9 pros. They're going to be giving commentary.
That's right.
We're going to be live streaming it. It's going to be in front of a lecture hall. We're going to be live streaming it. It's going to be amazing. I'm really excited for
Me
that.
too. We're gonna work out all the kinks in our broadcasting setup.
You had a kinky broadcast while I wasn't here? Oh man, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you got to stick
Gotta
around.
step
here.
up. All right,
Yeah.
all right.
So
I'll
yeah,
check
definitely
out.
tune into that starting at 10. I think we're gonna have some pro commentary in the middle of the day and some in the afternoon around 3.
Sounds good.
And then we will have we'll have these two elimination pro matches for the Chang Qi semifinals, and then we will have around 2 p.m. the championship match of the amateur tournament. So
Sounds good.
I'm psyched.
Well, you know what we should do now? We should say thank you to everyone. Thanks for
Of course.
watching, and we should say thanks, Will.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks, Vincent.
Thanks
Who
to
else
all
was
our
on the stream?
broadcasters. We had Cole.
We had
Jack.
Jack,
Devin.
Devin. How about the pros? We had Ryan, Calvin.
We had Gansheng on the
Gansheng.
stream.
Was Ming Ming on the stream?
No, but she'll be there tomorrow.
She'll be here tomorrow. That's right. Thank you. Thank all of those people who've been making this possible. So
Absolutely.
if you see them, know them, thank them. They're doing good work.
Cool. All right, we out.
We out as soon as you say so.
All right.
See y'all tomorrow.